The story of Icarus is just one among many that speaks to us about ambition, limits, and the consequences of recklessness. Myths from around the world, across different times and cultures, explore the human dilemma of reaching for the impossible while respecting our own limits. Today, we're going to journey through these stories and uncover how their lessons can transform our lives. The story of Icarus presents an archetype of human ambition. In creating wings to escape, Icarus represents our longing for freedom. However, his desire to fly higher symbolizes the fine line between courage and recklessness. But he is not alone. Cultures across the globe have also explored the need to balance between dreams and reality. In another Greek myth, we find Phaethon, the son of the sun god Helios. Desperate to prove himself, Phaethon convinces his father to let him drive the solar chariot. But lacking the necessary control and experience, Phaethon loses his grip, causing chaos in the heavens and on earth until Zeus strikes him down. Like Icarus, Phaethon shows us that the need to prove something can blind us to risks, leading to self-destruction. In Japanese culture, we find the story of Yamato Takeru, a brave prince who, in search of honor and recognition, faces nearly impossible challenges. In one of his boldest acts, he wears a straw cloak to pass unnoticed across a burning plain, but his overconfidence and aggression make him vulnerable. In the end, he is betrayed by his own bravery, reminding us that even the most courageous must know their limits and respect what they cannot control. In a religious context, the story of the Tower of Babel, found in the Judeo-Christian tradition, tells of humanity's collective ambition to build a tower that could reach the heavens. This pursuit symbolized a desire to be equal to the divine, but ultimately led to punishment through the scattering of peoples and the diversification of languages. The Tower of Babel teaches us that unbridled ambition, when disconnected from humility, can lead to fragmentation and isolation. In Mesoamerican cultures, Quetzalcoatl, the god of wisdom and creation, contrasts with Tezcatlipoca, the god of darkness and chaos. In one story, Quetzalcoatl is lured by Tezcatlipoca into drinking an elixir that leads him to excess and rash actions, ultimately costing him his position of power. This story speaks to the duality within all of us. The pursuit of knowledge and power must be balanced with self-control and discernment, for imbalance between light and shadow can lead us to make costly mistakes. In Buddhism, we find teachings about the middle way, which advocates moderation between extremes. The Buddha himself experienced both wealth and extreme suffering before finding the balance that leads to inner peace. In seeking enlightenment, he teaches us that, in order to achieve our goals, we don't need to fall into either excess or total deprivation. We can aspire to growth and fulfillment without being consumed by it. From Icarus to Quetzalcoatl, these myths share a common message. Our pursuit of potential must be accompanied by wisdom and prudence. Ambition is powerful, but without self-control, it becomes destructive. These myths are a mirror for the human condition. We long for the infinite, yet we must recognize that we, too, have limits. These myths invite us to reflect on our own lives. To what extent is our pursuit of personal and professional achievements balanced with care and respect for our limits? When do we need to push forward, and when should we step back? Questions like these help us build a richer, more balanced life, where we can pursue our dreams without being consumed by them. The wisdom in these myths reminds us that true mastery lies in balancing ambition with humility, power with prudence. May we learn from Icarus and from so many other stories, and build a life guided by balance, where our dreams and our limits walk side by side. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's explore more myths together and reflect on what they can teach us about life's journey.